Back in 2001, Nintendo followed up the success of the Nintendo 64 with one of its most recognizable and iconic platforms ever, the GameCube. Shaped like a little purple lunchbox, complete with a handle, sporting another truly bonkers-looking controller, and being Nintendo's first core console to finally adopt a disc-based media drive, GameCube was a strange chapter in Nintendo's history. Matching the unusual physical characteristics of the machine was its launch lineup as well. Absent from the launch window were flagship properties like Mario or Zelda. Instead, we got an offshoot of the Mario series with Luigi's Mansion, jet ski cult classic Wave Race Blue Storm, and an awesome flight combat game in Star Wars Rogue Leader. Many gamers were left scratching their heads, wondering what iconic video game maestro Shigeru Miyamoto would be working on to break the GameCube in. Miyamoto was prolific in those days, having brought us some of the best 3D gaming in the previous generation with games like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. So surely the scale of his first GameCube project would be massive, right? Well, it kinda depends on what you mean by massive. In order to go big with his next game, Miyamoto went small. Very small. Pikmin would be Miyamoto's debut on the GameCube. A game about a miniature astronaut stranded on a strange world reminiscent of a suburban backyard or a garden on his quest to rebuild his spaceship with the help of little flower sprout characters known as the Pikmin. The world of Pikmin is like a charming miniature playset. Imagine scooping up your favorite toys as a kid and going out into the backyard and creating a grand adventure in your imagination. That's what Pikmin is. As the hero of the game, astronaut Olimar, you recruit an army of the colorful creatures known as Pikmin to help you explore the great unknown, fight off strange yet familiar alien creatures, as well as collect spaceship parts and treasures to accomplish your task. The gameplay in Pikmin is very strategic in that you have to assemble and command troops of the Pikmin that best suit your needs for the mission ahead. Pikmin have individual traits that are defined by their color coding. Red Pikmin are immune to flame and your strongest fighters. Yellow Pikmin can be thrown the furthest and can carry bombs, and blue Pikmin have gills and are the only Pikmin capable of swimming, as well as breathing underwater. Managing your squad not only in suit color, but also your numbers is important to each level. The more Pikmin you have, the more formidable your team is. A large group of reds can deliver a flurry of attacks on unsuspecting foes, and larger numbers also means you can carry more treasures faster, and also a bigger payload. And speaking of payload, one of my favorite parts of this series came in the sequel, Pikmin 2. While the original game had you rebuilding your spaceship from parts you found in the world, Pikmin 2 has you exploring for treasures, and keeping with the theme of living as a miniature in a backyard world, some of these fantastic artifacts you find are real-world items that you might consider to be litter in your actual yard. Bottle caps, lip balm, and marbles are amongst some of the alien treasure you'll find in Pikmin 2, as well as some clever nods to Nintendo history. The catalog of treasure in Pikmin 2 is positively delightful. At this point, I don't need to tell you how damn cute this game is, right? The thing that's so great about Pikmin is it's bursting with charm. None of the characters speak in voiceover, so Nintendo leans heavily on their artists to convey emotion and character through gestures, animation, and nonsense blabber. sort of how they do with Animal Crossing. The Pikmin chirp along as they follow Olimar, they sing songs together, and they even taunt their enemies with their high-pitched voices.
Me, 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 me.
Even the tragic sounds of Pikmin dying are somehow cute. Nintendo does such a fantastic job of capturing character through great design, and Pikmin excels at this. Playing this game is like directing a Jim Henson production. All the enemy characters are fantastic and easily identifiable. The Pikmin themselves are designed so cleverly and that your eye can instantly identify what your troop is capable of just by checking their colors and what kind of sprout that they have atop their heads. This game is just another example of how much care and thought goes into a Nintendo product. They truly are artists in their field. People often talk about Nintendo games through the perspective of them being family-friendly, or as a doorway to feeling like a kid again. And I think Pikmin as a series excels at this possibly better than any other game franchise in Nintendo's catalog. The world of Pikmin feels like it's something that exists right outside your back door. The tall grass, babbling brooks, dirt mounds, hills and foliage covering up secrets that you'll only find by looking a little bit closer. They take this familiarity and they magnify it into something fantastic, like when you were that kid so long ago finding adventure just by climbing a tree. Nintendo takes the role of your imagination and infuses amazing creatures, buried treasures, and even space travel to make Pikmin the ultimate game of pretend. As an artist, I respect so much the ability to take something from your everyday life and turn it into a playfield for your inner child. I hope this episode of Sketchplay puts a little inspiration inside of you, either to give this game a shot or maybe step outside into your own alien world in your backyard for a grand adventure all your own. But until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this Sketchplay all about Pikmin.